Bonjour, hello everybody. Welcome to the Patrick Auguste's hosting show. Donc, Patrick Auguste reçoit a French version. And in this Friday, April the 9th, we have our English version. But in the second half of the show, we're going to have more French. Voilà, donc mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à Patrick Auguste reçoit, version anglaise. Et dans la deuxième partie quand même du show, on aura le français. Moi-même, j'ai été chez mon dentiste ce matin, donc peut-être que vous allez voir que je suis moins souriant que d'habitude. Veuillez m'excuser pour ça, hein, donc ça va, mais sauf que, vous savez, il y a toujours une certaine sensibilité au niveau de la mâchoire. Là. Voilà, donc il fait vraiment très beau à Hadouagatineau, very nice weather. We have a wonderful spring so far. We're so happy about that. For this show, this Friday, we invite for you Brenda Williams. Brenda Williams, she's the founder and I can say the manager, CEO also of an organization called New Life Project. And we're gonna, that's the second time that we have Brenda in the show. And we're very happy to have that new conversation with her. Brenda Williams is already with us. Brenda Williams, you're here?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yeah, very happy to have you on the show. Yeah, that the second time, and I think last time was maybe the fall. We had a conversation already, and we discovered, I can say, how auditors and high, what is your organization is doing. Now we're going to do a kind of update and to see how the thing is going on there, and that the new season, and to see what new what we bring over there. And Brenda, I know you're bilingual. That means second half will be French. That our agreement is. Hello, Brenda. How you do? How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's bright and sunny out there.
Yeah, very happy to have you. And let's talk about. Let's say we have a kind of new season in a new life project. What it mean for you?
It's really a time for hope for me because at least in spite of what we're going through, we'll be out there with sun and enjoying the sun. And also it's a time I believe some people are looking forward to wearing some lighter stuff. So there'll be some sales definitely. And more creativity for me for New Life Project and just trying to reach out to the community in different ways. So we've got a lineup of programs for this summer, which are mostly going to be done by Zoom, via Zoom. Sorry. So it's a lot of hope, a lot of things that we are putting in place. Looking forward to implement them in spite of the present pandemic and just make people be happy again.
All right, and very glad to hear that. And okay, let's talk more about the New Life Project. Let's say for the new auditors that they really don't know yet what is it about. And I know that you have a different department, okay? And let's talk about your different department that you have. Okay, you're gonna choose whatever you want. Let's start. We talked a bit about sale, but we have a kind of training that you do, gathering of women and empowerment. Let's
Yes.
talk about that. A kind of overview of what the New Life Project is about.
So, New Life Project is a non-profit organization, and we do have four divisions in the project. And our goal is to inspire and educate and empower women and youth. And with this, we do through forums and, like, for example, empowerment forums. Like we have upcoming forums wherein we'll be talking about women getting into business, women achieving their goals. We do also have another section or division, which is the New Life Designs, which actually is looking at me, you can see that this is all we do: sewing beautiful outfits, creating, excuse me, a lot of stuff that can be used for home decor. And this is the one area that we use to raise funds for the project to sustain the work. We also have the a third section, which is the new like tutoring. So we have I did French and international relations in my as a first degree, so I'm using that to reach out to youth and adults, and we teach and tutor French. And also the final part is the relief, wherein we do send a lot of items, gently used items, to Africa or wherever we are led to. And even within Aura, we do try to donate some things that are donated to us also.
All right, all right. And recently we had that Women International Day. I think you had a forum at this time, a conference, and I don't know that in Black History Month also,
Yes.
you had some activities. Can you
Yes.
tell us about that?
So from time to time, we do create these forums wherein like the Black History Month forum was about shearers. I named them shearers because they are less because of definitely female. So was lessons from our shearers. And that we always say this particular person did great things in history or presently doing something as a woman. So what are the lessons you can learn from them? What did they do? How did they do it? What were the challenges? So we went into in-depth discussion. So we went from the former heroes of the Black history sections, wherein we digged into their past. How did they make it? How did they actually survive? Whatever, whether it's racism, whether it's family challenge, whether it's their own personal life, and we discussed about it. And we looked at the present women that are making an impact in in the community. I was kind of one of them, and also we had Dominic. We actually went into details. We shared things about we actually practically share things about our lives and encourage women to see that we are not superheroes. We have a definitely down moments, but we are doing the best to reach out and empower women. So it was a forum that actually brought out the greatness of women, past, present, and all those aspiring women, and challenge them to that you can take a step of faith. You can take a step with all the things you have in you, and there's somebody waiting for your manifestation out there. So we encourage women to really do what they believe they can do and their dreams to be fulfilled.
Oh, wow, wow, wonderful. And I guess what was, how do you find the attendance and the participation of the public at this forum?
Yeah, it was really awesome. We had over 40 people that attended this forum, and mostly women. We do have a lot of men that also turn up at this forum. It was a lot of engagement, and women also realize that, especially because we as speakers, we try to be sincere. We try to like engage with people so that they never see us that, oh, Brenda is achieving all this. No, I have my fault, I have my weaknesses. And we try to motivate women that you can do it, you are enough. There's something in you that you don't know until you leap out. So we were trying to do in this moment to engage people and help to draw the greatness out of them, in a way. So there were a lot of good reactions after the forum. We had a lot of compliments. We had a few women who actually reached out to us privately. So that shows that it's a really heart to heart discussion.
Hmm. And what about the participation of the youth? You know that for our communities, let's say mostly Black communities here, it's a kind of special challenges for the youth. Let's say that they are between the culture of the parents and the culture of here, and you have that dimension about involving of women. And in our countries where they come from, it's something that is more very a little bit difficult for that. How was the participation of the youth? I know that one of your goals to work with the youth. How it was.
Yes, we do have. I had a lot of youth that joined the program, the forum, and they definitely, because whenever we are doing a forum, I have two people in mind. I have youth. I have the women especially, and now I'm definitely opening a lot to men. But I always believe that the kids are watching us. I don't care what you're doing, what you think. They are very observant, and we are like their heroes, we are like their heroes. So when I'm doing forums, in fact, I try to incorporate everybody in those forums. Like I did a lot of challenge. One of my challenge, and even Dominic, was to speak to the youth that if you in this forum, you have something that you can do. And because you're looking at us right now and seeing what we are doing, that is we're setting a pace. We're setting a like the track for you to follow us. So our youth have been very engaging also. And because we do a lot of interns here, we work with Ecole Alternative, and also we used to work with Youth Service Bureau. So we'd always have interns in the center, and we encourage them when we have programs like this to be a part of it. So the youth have been very engaging.
Mm. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. And let's talk about now your other department. I know that you're doing education. You said that, right? And
Yes.
you're doing training and languages, for example, one of them. You can talk more about that.
Yeah, starting with the French tutoring, French brought me to Canada as a permanent resident qualified worker, and I had always had a lot of advantage being bilingual. Even when I was in Cote d'Ivoire, I'm actually from Sierra Leone, where I lived most of my adult life in Cote d'Ivoire, working with the embassy. I realized that it opens a lot of door, and coming to Canada, one of my aim was to see how I can pass this knowledge or encourage or inspire people to do French. And so I've always I did private classes, tutoring classes, and now I decided to team with a friend Hervé Sommet, and we are doing the tutoring together. So we don't just reach out to our youth or like kids. During summer, we do summer camps, and during also the March break, which is now April break, we do also some classes. But we also have been reaching out to a lot of people have been contacting us from the government services because they're looking to get their bilingual qualification for promotion. So we also do a lot of private classes going on right now with the French tutoring. And the internship that we are doing, we are presently working with Ecole Alternative. So they come here for 400 hours of intern completion for their co-op, and we train them from the entrepreneurship, so from administration to marketing to sales. We try to model a lot of things, and then at the end of the day, after their evaluation, they definitely have been having good results. So we are very grateful for that. But my goal is to be real with them and let them see the world out there in terms of entrepreneurship and the challenges and also the benefits, and encourage them that nothing is impossible.
That's great, great, great. Okay, let's talk of your other department, and we're getting slowly to the department of sales, boutique. And I know that you told in the beginning that with the change of the season, maybe people are looking for different stuff, more
Yes.
like light and bright and etc. What you have to offer, what people can find if you go to your boutique.
Yes, I know we're all asked to stay home, but we do have a online boutique going on right now, and maybe some curbside pickup depending. But what I'm wearing now is it's a nice spring to summer dress. It's light, it's breathable, and these are we use real African cotton. At times we do blend them with definitely plain fabric, but you will definitely find in my store a lot of outfits for men, for kids, and also for women. You will also find a lot of accessories. So some of the accessories might not be as big as this, but I have a lot on the website, and we have also been creating a lot of artifacts. So things that you can use. Even for example, like if you take, we have bracelets for women, and we've been doing a lot of canvas, using this is a fabric that we wrapped around the canvas. And for also women, we have been doing a lot of bonnets. So you find a lot of bonnets at the store, beautiful bonnets, and you can also give for gifts, and a lot of skirts, a lot of outfits for this summer just to get you out there. And also we do custom sewing. So in case you are in the store but you want something different, we have some fabrics available. You can just choose your fabric, and we can then do something very beautiful for you. If you even have a style, or we can propose a style for you. And regards also for decor, you have lovely pillows with even inspirational words, inscribed on these pillows. Because at this time, we all need a little bit of laughter, a little bit of hope, and we know how it is out there. So we're doing our best to just bring some brightness to your day with colors, especially with the beautiful colors of our fabrics and also items.
All right. We're gonna have some image later of your boutique, and people are gonna have a better idea
Yeah.
for what it is. And how do you think that the people, the public, react so far? Let's say that I know that there's several years that you're doing this of that
Yes.
organization. Do you find a kind of increase, or it stay the same way? And I know that the pandemic maybe have an impact. How do you
Mm.
find it compared to last year, for example, and 2 years before?
Definitely, in 2019, one of our best years, because I remember we had exhibition throughout since June, So 2020, that was kind of something, but we are still grateful because you know what? No matter what, I was still selling, either online, and when we came back in June, I guess. I still had people that came up that walked up to the store just to encourage us by buying something from us, encouraging us to keep pushing on, to keep moving on. So, it has its good and bad. And the other thing also with the Zoom calls and all those different activities during the pandemic, it actually helped out with promotion, because then we reached more people than we could have even when we had just a store. And it motivated me also to take another step to get everything on Shopify. So the things have been pushing that I don't know. So I had to make other avenues now to be creative. And I even had a fashion show online, got people to dress with some of our wares and then model from their home. And it was that. So a lot of creativity came in, which kind of expanded my horizon of what my vision is all about. And the second also, I won't lie, I was proactive. I jumped into making masks and be doing customized masks. So I have some very generous organization and businesses that ordered, either I sold the mask or I just did their logo on masks. So I teamed up also with other entrepreneurs who have printing services, and that also helped me with the rent and things like that. But definitely, it's definitely not the same as before. But we are moving on. We are trying, and I also was able to bring in some of my colleagues who closed down their stores, and I took some of their products into the store so that I could help them market. So it was kind of a win-win for everybody, no matter what we are going through.
Wow, 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 wow. And what do you think of the involvement? I know that you have like a staff with you, you have a team, you have a very different woman that you're working the customers. How do you think the involvement of your staff, your team?
Yeah, we have grown a lot because it stretched us. Like we had a meeting on Tuesday, and now we are thinking of in doing an online auction of the stuff that we know we want to liquidate. Try to get them out instead of waiting for people to come in. Now we're like always thinking of new ways. So it stretches a lot to be creative and to work together even more as a team. So this was like in spite of all our personal busy schedules, because we are not paid for what we're doing in terms of it's a volunteer project, but we've now come to the point where we've grown to know that this has to succeed. We can't let it close. We can't allow the pandemic to take it under. So everybody's finding ways and means to bring in more customers, to bring to organize the forums, to do the craft class, to push things. So it actually has brought us together, and we've become more creative. We even have now so much regular team meetings because it's like we need to keep it up. We need to push. So my team has been very great. My interns have been very great. If you go to my website, I've been even posting it. You will see that on my website. The store or the shop that we have right now was a group work. So it was my interns, and I also had somebody help us, but we did the organizing, and that was great because it took them to another level for them to know that it's not just entrepreneurship. You have to be very creative, and it was fun.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's wonderful. I guess what I like, one of the things I like with your project, the New Life project, is you bring not only the material and you have those new stuff that you're selling, very original, and it's a mix of culture of Africa and Canadian, etc.
Exactly.
But
Hmm.
you have like a special spirit because of the education that you're doing and forum, etc. It like all goes together. It
Hmm.
the spirit I like, the way of being, and the creativity that goes from it. It like a package.
Yes.
Wow, 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 wow.
So
And
that's
we
the
can
new
see
store at the end.
actually we can have some image that we see here, and the public has an idea of the
Hmm.
atmosphere that you have in your location.
Yeah.
We have the address on the bottom here, and you're
Hmm.
located in 2000 Person Drive, Unit
Unit.
5 in Ottawa.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And now I know that there is a lockdown now in the area. Are you still open and receive visit? How you deal with that?
Doing my best to apply comply to the rules and regulation of the city. So definitely I'll be coming from time to time just to work with him because I still have orders that I have to do, and I'll personally be coming in and to do those orders. And also, I do have people who still are ordering online, so I definitely have to come in to pick up those orders and then ship them you know and I'm still looking at maybe curbside if you want to pick it up, but then I also don't want to encourage people running around because that's what the government says. So we're doing our best to see how we can get some of these things to. We're even looking for a delivery service, so instead of people coming from their house, we just $5 to $8 within hour. We will try to get this. We have somebody who said they will do the delivery. They're also registered, they will do and deliver for people. But for now, I think I need to keep my mind working. So I'm gonna be coming from time to time to the store to create new stuff, to just project for when we get back and see what I can do and get connected with my customers, my friends, and my participants.
That means all of us will have to be very creative in that new
Yes.
hot season that really coming, because people, we have to find a way to at least to continue to, let's say, and live our life and doing our activities, and there's a kind of entertainment during summer. To find a way to do that online, or I don't know. There's,
Yes.
that's sure.
Yeah, in fact,
Actually,
I don't want to cut you off, but in fact, I did a section of my store like a studio. And what I did was to create that particular part to have it for forums, like to for Zoom calls. So I'll be using that also for Zoom calls because we're going to be starting an entrepreneurship program. And then this program is kind of a program with within the form of the forum, but we want to give this platform to small business to showcase, their business. So before we had planning for social distancing, you and the interviewer, but now it has to. I'll be there, and we use it to contact and get in touch with a lot of people who are looking for ways to promote their business. So New Life will be inviting a lot of entrepreneurs to come and speak about their business. And in addition to that, we do a lot of promotion for them before the day they have to speak about their business. And even after, people that are participating in these Zoom calls, we help them follow up, and also, and whatever referrals come in, we'll definitely send it to them.
yeah, very great, very great. And let's say that I don't know. Are you planning to have a kind of vacation this summer and to take a break, maybe to go back to Africa for a while or not?
I wish I wish I could just go back home for just some time, but the hassles of going home and coming back is really a lot. But I'll definitely be taking some time off with my two beautiful kids, Crystal and Joshua, just to spend more time because definitely we're all on lockdown. We don't know when we come back. What's the next whatever? But I'll find some way to maybe stay within outer and still have some fun with them, because definitely as an entrepreneur you always need to pull back, and that's how your creativity develops, because you have to rest the brain, you have to think of new things, but then you still need to rest the body. So I'm definitely thinking of taking some time off.
Hmm. All right. And you said that you lived in Ivory Coast, and
Yeah.
I think that the country of your parents, is it
Sierra
Tanzania?
Leone. Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That means if you go back in Africa, it will be in Ivory Coast or Sierra Leone.
It means I'll definitely go to Ivory Coast. That's my
That's where you
yeah, but
grew up, right?
I'll be
That's where
going
you
to
grew up.
Sierra Leone definitely because I think when I finished university the same year next year I was working with Air Afrique or Air Ivoire, and then I moved immediately to Cote d'Ivoire and spent all my adulthood there.
Yeah, I know. I lived in Cote d'Ivoire also, because it was at the end of the 70s. A very great country at this time. Abidjan, I was there, a very clean country and
Yeah,
very nice
beautiful.
country. It was before the war and everything.
Mhm.
In which years that you were there?
I was in Cote d'Ivoire from 1997 to 2008.
Wow, you know what? We came to Cote d'Ivoire in the same year. I was there
Okay.
in 1977, but to 1981. And then
Okay.
we went to France,
Okay.
lived some years, and to Haiti after that. Oh wow, that's wonderful. We could cross at this time.
1997 to 19, yeah.
Wow.
It was a time, it was a beautiful time there. I learned a lot. That was when I was able to implement what I learned in university and the first time being away from my family.
All
So
right.
it was fun and at the
Uh,
same time,
Nice, nice. I would say, BI Media, if you can pass also the address of the website of the New Life Project, it will be great. And in your project, your organization now, you seek for donation also.
yes,
People can donate, and
yes.
because let's say about that part, Brenda Williams. Um, how I know that it's always a challenge to do things with cash, with money, with a budget. How do you
Yes.
finance your activities? Let's say we talk about donation, but maybe there's some different ways. How you finance your activities?
So definitely for a long time we have never counted on donations because we know it's not quite a time, but we have always we for people who want to donate, we even right now just also partnered with Somalia Center for Family Services for the tax return receipts because we are a non-profit, we're not charity yet. We're working towards that. We can give tax receipts, so checks can have to be made to Somalia Center for donations. Or if you don't want to have a check tax receipt, you can just donate on the website. But for quite some time now, New Life Project has actually been self-supported. So we don't definitely have a grant. We only had about once for forum. That was a long time ago. But we have been working a lot with our creativity. So New Life designs, if you notice all over, I push a lot of New Life designs because that what brings the money into the project. It's like a win-win. You don't want to donate, but if you buy my stuff, I get your money and you get my stuff, and you can always think about us after. And also personally, I finance the project from my own pocket, and as a team, we also whatever anybody can chip in. Once in a while, we have the good Samaritans that can bless us, but it's rare. But we also do the tutoring, which is another source of assistance for the project. And definitely, we'll be also using the entrepreneurship program, like with all the work we'll be putting in to help people promote their business. At least they can donate something just to sustain the work. So we're looking forward to definitely maybe some doors might open for a grant, and we've not been really pushing for grant, but the one time we push, we definitely. But we have really been working out on our own, and it's just been helpful. Creativity pays. But now with the pandemic, we definitely we need something more.
So,
We need
as
something more.
as I understand that New Life Project is really a deserved name, but you offer like a new life for the
Yeah,
people of
yeah,
our communities,
yeah,
a way to empower themselves to live and to produce, to develop your creativities
yes.
and to live like with a family, with a good sharing spirit, that all that. And I think you are someone from the church also. I see a lot of like common values that you have in your organization that they promote in church. I
Yeah.
noticed that.
Yeah, in terms of embracing and loving people, you don't have people don't have to be in your section or sector before you can love them or reach out to them. And I open my arms to everybody. And also, one of my goal is one of my quotes that I use, personally, is that if you inspire somebody, if you encourage somebody, if you love on somebody, it will definitely come back to you. So I always say when you refresh someone, you will be definitely refreshed, you know. And my goal is when I meet a lot of women during forums, you never know who you're meeting. So you don't have to be judgmental, you know. At that moment, that woman might be down, you know, with some difficulty, but listen, you never know what she can become after. So why not reach out and, encourage and just put your arms. Some people don't need your money. They have enough. They just need your love, you know. They just need your compassion, your care. That's all they're looking for, you know. And right now, I'm starting a sewing class just for friends that have been always on my back. So the basic sewing that I know, we are also going to be using it to encourage women that, as you love on yourself, develop your skills, you know. The little things you can do with sewing can help also keep you busy, your mind, your emotions, your mental health, you know, just as we are doing with the youth, with training them. I think also mamas, we do need some little mental health with engaging ourselves a little more, or maybe saving some money by not taking your clothes to be repaired. You can do something. So I'll be doing some just 3 at a time because of the COVID. I've been decided to say yes to a lot of my participants and friends. Okay, can you just learn me the basics of sewing? I learned the basics of sewing. I'm training, so we're going to be doing that too. Mhm.
Okay, last question because we switch in French. Before we switch in French, um, how come you leave all what that happening about black community? We had some incident in the United States. We had the death of George Floyd, and we have the here over Canada. In Canada, the government tried to push forward some program to help black community to develop themselves, and they talk about the systemic racism. And now we have the trial of of the murder of George Floyd. Now it's happening in the states. That guy Coben there. Uh, how do we leave those stuff? What do you think about all that? How do you link it with your activities and with your own life? In what step that you think that the common black community is, what we should do to move forward? What you can say about that? I know that a lot of point, but I know that you can all they link together. What you can say about that?
Okay. So first of all, I remember when the situation happened, and I was one of those people who, first of all, and I learned to observe a situation before speaking. And I took my time to see what was going out there and the reaction of people, and there definitely was a lot of emotions. And I used that time, I remember, doing on my own media to speak out. You know, whatever the case, you have to speak out. You know, the first thing I did was speak out. And that I remember putting some messages out there and making some Black Lives Matters t-shirts, and to say that no matter what, we are all human beings, you know, and definitely somebody's life doesn't need to be taken away like that, you know. So that was my personal. I don't believe that anybody has the right to take another person's life in any form, shape, and manner. So generally, first of all, that was not something I agreed to. And the other thing also, even as there was a lot of emotions from anger to hurt, I believe that was a time for me to step in and, bridge some gaps and, throw some love and encouragement there. So on my Facebook, I was posting a lot of encouragement to the families, encouragement to the Black community that, this should not tear us, this should not destroy us, but we should be united. And also, they should not also engage in us doing any kind of rampage, because I remember during the march, I personally post about no violence, because I don't believe violence solves violence. I believe that we have to sit down, look at the situation, and see what's the best thing we can get from the situation. So I had some forums during that time, and one of the things I used was to definitely cry down racism, but at the same time, also, I know there are other people out there that are actually not what we think they are. So because I do have all the sides of race that are different from us in terms of color, but then they still care for me and they care for who I am. So we have to also be careful when we trade in those areas. So my aim was to bridge the gap. My aim was to speak out because what hurts me, I have to say it, but at the same time maintain a status of love, of harmony. But then that doesn't stop me from saying what I believe I don't like.
Mhm. Uh, have you got those type of conversation? I know that you have kids, and how old are your kids? Have you got those kind of conversation?
Oh,
What
yeah.
what answers that you have for them? I guess you have question for you.
Yeah, they did. My daughter was actually yeah, she's 15, but it kind of was like, mommy, why, this is not fair, stuff like that. So I had to also bridge that stand as a mom, giving her the reality of what is out there from what is in the house. So I took her through that, like, this is what is out there, but this doesn't mean that everybody out there is evil. Everybody's out there is, um um that form of whatever racist or something. So I actually spend time explaining to her and also rebuilding her confidence that, listen, mommy's here, we are all here for you, and you are special no matter what. So it was a time of speaking to her, it was a time of encouraging her, it was a time also reaffirming, that you are what you are, your color to you, where your roots and your origin is special. So because we have to also do that, some of these kids, we need to really strengthen them. And that's one of the things I do a lot during my youth programs. Even though I have different race from different groups of people coming, but I also want the people who come in from the Black culture to understand their roots, to understand who they are. So we use a lot of fabric designs that explain a lot of history, and we use a lot of cultural stuff we have here to explain about their roots, their culture, so that they can be proud of themselves, proud of their culture.
Mhm. All right, all right. Now, Brenda Williams, I remind the people that you are the founder of the New Life Project INC organization, and you are also, I think that you are the one that managing it. Yep, we're so happy to have you on the show in this April the 9 and 12, 2021. And we are live now in BIA Media and Facebook, BIA Media and YouTube. People watching the show, you're more than welcome to share some comment and to maybe to ask questions also in the chat. I think my guests and I, and especially mainly my guests, will be happy, I know, that to answer and to share with you about your comment. Okay, let's take a break now, Brenda Williams, and then we'll come back, and that will be in French. When you come back, we come back.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
media, the break. All right, all right. Donc voilà, mesdames et messieurs, donc ça va être comme promis, en français pas mal, cette deuxième partie de l'émission. Donc nous avons avec nous Brenda Williams, qui est la fondatrice, et également c'est elle qui gère l'organisation New Life Project INC. Donc, on l'a à propos de nos activités. Brenda offre des cours en français pour les anglophones. Donc, voilà, c'est une opportunité pour nous, pour vous servir aussi, vous de la communauté francophone, nos spectateurs, spectatrices. Content de vous avoir en cette émission du 9 avril, vendredi, un beau vendredi à partir d'Ottawa-Gatineau. Brenda Williams, vous êtes toujours là?
Oui, je suis là.
Alors, Brenda Williams, je sais que il me semble que quand même la majeure partie de votre clientèle, de celles qui fréquentent le New Life Project, ce sont des anglophones. Mais pouvez-vous nous dire quand même comment les francophones sont accueillis dans votre organisation? Quelle attention vous pouvez donner aux francophones? Comment ils peuvent s'attendre à être accueillis chez vous?
En fait, c'est pas seulement beaucoup. Je peux dire aussi, en ce moment, j'ai beaucoup de francophones ici, parce qu'à cause de l'école alternative, les internes, qui fait le stage ici. Et aussi, j'ai des amis aussi francophones qui aimeraient apprendre un peu de français, anglais, un peu, apprendre aussi un peu de couture. Ici, on accueille tout le monde. Et un de nos buts pour les francophones, c'est aussi pour les cours de anglais, qu'on va commencer bientôt. Mais beaucoup vont apprendre aussi à coudre. OK? Donc, beaucoup de femmes francophones vont apprendre à coudre. Donc, comme j'avais dit dans les premières sections de cette émission, qu'on va commencer un peu de couture. So, ça sera quelque chose qu'on va commencer à faire pour aider les dames ou bien des jeunes filles pour apprendre à faire la couture. Deuxièmement, aussi, pendant on aura avant, on avait toujours le forum en français, mais je pense que c'est le moment que j'avais contacté quelques amis où je vois que ils ont quelque chose à dire. Mais c'est seulement francophone. Leur anglais n'est pas très fort. Donc, peut-être maintenant, je suis en train de penser à créer un forum en français, juste pour avoir, au lieu de traduire, ça sera quelque chose en français. Comme ça, on peut avoir tous les francophones pour venir et soient à l'aise, même si tu parles pas bien anglais. Et comme ça, on peut aussi communiquer en français et puis partager ce qu'on a déjà. Donc, ça sera les deux choses que moi, je suis en train de préparer actuellement pour connecter avec les francophones. Aussi, j'ai fait tout pour connecter dans les programmes il y a certains groupes francophones au Facebook que j'aimerais connecter avec juste pour avoir la connaissance de ce qu'ils veulent, je peux faire pour continuer cette œuvre.
Non, c'est vraiment intéressant, hein, d'autant plus que dans la région dans laquelle vous opérez, c'est vraiment une région bilingue, donc la communauté francophone est quand même assez importante et donc c'est vraiment bien que vous donnez cette option-là aussi. Alors, Brenda Williams, hein, dites-nous, on va peut-être reprendre certains points de notre conversation qu'on a eue en anglais tout à l'heure. Pour l'été, qu'est-ce que vous préparez pour l'été? Bon, allons tout de suite dans votre boutique. Je sais que en général, on constate, surtout dans la région, que les gens s'habillent autrement, hein, durant l'été. C'est-à-dire qu'on enlève les manteaux, on aimerait, il y a plus de variété. Donc, qu'est-ce que les gens peuvent trouver dans votre boutique New Life Project?
Comme vous voyez le nom New Life Design, c'est comme chaque année, on cherche à créer des choses pour notre belle dame, homme, enfant. Donc, comme ce que je porte déjà, vous voyez, c'est tellement léger, c'est tellement joli, avec des jolies manches, des accessoires, des boucles d'oreilles. On aura aussi les jupes, tout pour l'été. Et aussi, ce que je cherche à créer aussi, c'est même des choses de décor pour la maison. Donc, comme pour vous qui n'étiez pas là, maintenant, on a fait des bonnets. OK? Et plusieurs choses qu'on a su, j'ai oublié de dire ça dans les premières émissions, que certaines choses, c'était créé par les étudiants ici, là. OK? On aura des choses pour le mur. Et ça, c'était même, tu vois. Donc, on aura plein de choses pour l'été parce que quand on me dit, on est tout calé dedans, pour le moment, on est tous enfermés dedans à cause de la situation pandémique. Mais je pense que c'est le moment que quand je veux pas dire que tout le monde va sortir, commencer à mélanger, il faut respecter mais au moins, je sais que des gens vont être tellement à l'aise pour sortir, même si c'est pour faire balader un peu de la rue ou bien dans les magasins, et un peu de couleur, tu vois, un peu de couleur. Il y a quelque chose que j'aime en New Life, c'est parce que je cherche toujours à créer des choses avec des couleurs. ça dit quelque chose, ça change l'émotion, ça change aussi la façon qu'on se voit des fois, qu'on est bien habillé. Ça change l'atmosphère même en l'intérieur de nous. Donc, pour moi, c'est un esprit de créativité, mais c'est un esprit sur des faits réjouir les gens, des faits au moins, pour les gens se sentent au moins à l'aise, en même temps, soit content, soit heureux, des choses comme cela. Donc, même dans les designs, la création, j'ai un but.
Mhm. Et il y a une chose qui me plaît vraiment chez vous. Il y a beaucoup de choses qui me plaisent chez vous, mais il y a une chose particulièrement, c'est que vous faites comme un certain mélange
Oui.
entre la culture africaine au niveau des articles et puis la culture d'ici au Canada. Et ça vous fait offrir des produits qui sont un peu assez originaux.
Oui.
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous en parler un petit peu davantage?
Oui. Par exemple, comme on a des produits ici qu'on a créés, c'est avec comme les tissue box. Oh là, malheureusement, je vais pas faire sortir un ici là. Mais un de mon buts, c'est un de mes buts, c'est de chercher des choses que j'ai déjà produits ici au Canada. Et j'utilise des pines africaines, des tissus africains pour comme emballer, pour créer quelque chose un peu différent, pour donner un peu de touche africaine. En même temps, on conserve la productivité ici, la création ici. Donc, j'ai fait ça beaucoup avec le décor pour le mur. J'ai fait ça beaucoup avec les choses comme décor pour les coussins. J'ai fait ça aussi avec même pour les tissue box, les sacs à main. Donc, j'ai fait tout pour emballer. J'ai acheté des choses ici. En même temps, j'utilise des tissus africains qui on commande en Afrique ou bien achète ici, juste pour faire une petite touche. Et puis donner, dans ce cas, je constate quelque chose, même avec mes jupes, là, tout le monde peut porter. Parce que récemment, j'ai vendu, on dirait, 3 ou 4 jupes. C'est chez notre sœur caucasienne, si je peux dire ça. Mais ils sont bien habillés, ils sont bien aimés et c'était vraiment quelque chose qu'il faut porter, même s'il vient pas de l'Afrique, mais ça donne quelque chose. Aussi même le décor des maisons, la décoration des maisons. J'ai créé quelques oreillers pour quelqu'un, elle a aimé. Et avant-hier, je viens de poster 3 blouses comme cela en Floride. Parce que c'était
C'est
aussi,
très joli ce que
oui,
vous
oui,
faites.
c'était une femme aussi qui habite en Grèce. Elle n'est pas africaine, elle n'est même pas noire, mais elle a vu ça, elle a aimé parce que les tissus, c'est pas vraiment
Wow.
africaine. Elle a acheté 3. Et même Mrs. Canada International, Solange, Tishuma aussi, a utilisé notre blouse comme ça là pour la Journée internationale des femmes. Elle a
Wow.
parlé de ça, elle a aimé. Donc, mon but, c'est de vraiment incorporer tout le monde. Tu vois, tout le monde. C'est ça la beauté des multiculturalismes.
Mhm.
Vous voyez, c'est pas, à cause, je dis toujours que si tu décides d'incorporer tout le monde, ton entreprise va vraiment agrandir parce que tout le monde se sent à l'aise, tout le monde cherche leur place, tout le monde peut trouver une place et dire que oui, je suis en New Life, j'aime ça, j'aime ça. Donc, c'est mon but cette année.
Mais à combien tu peux chiffrer un peu le nombre de femmes, c'est surtout des femmes, je sais qu'il y a, mais il y a aussi des hommes, des jeunes, mais le nombre, bon, prenons les femmes d'abord, le nombre de femmes actuellement qui fréquentent un New Life Project INC, combien environ?
Tu sais, New Life, on a bâti tellement de femmes. Par exemple, juste le forum, qu'on a chaque forum, au moins le forum qu'on a le plus, moins de nombre, si je peux dire ça, c'est les 25 personnes qui ont participé. OK? Et avant qu'on commence à faire tout en ligne, quand on a des forums, comme vous voyez les photos devant toi, quand on a des forums où il y a peut-être un atelier comme ça, on faisait ça dans le centre communautaire, on peut avoir 50 et plus de femmes. Et quand on fait le test des Africa aussi, c'est un moment où les femmes viennent juste pour s'amuser, social, ils viennent beaucoup pour manger, en même temps, se connecter. Je peux pas, jusqu'à là, je crois que vraiment j'ai touché plus que 300, 400, plus que ça
Wow.
ici à Ottawa. Et sans compter ce que je touche en Afrique actuellement avec nos différents programmes en Sierra Leone, en Côte d'Ivoire. En ce moment, on travaille avec les autres organisations. On atteint même en Côte d'Ivoire, on a une maison d'abri où on est en train d'aider les femmes qui sont quittées la prostitution, si je peux dire ça. Et on est en train de les aider avec un autre groupe de SIM. Donc, pour le moment, je pense qu'on a atteint beaucoup de femmes.
Mhm. Oh, c'est formidable. Alors, c'est ça. Donc, c'est vraiment un peu d'un carrefour, un point de rencontre de femmes qui viennent de différents horizons. hein, qui viennent de différentes cultures, donc qui fréquentent le New Life Project INC. Et il y a ce volet-là, vraiment ce qu'on appelle l'empowerment des femmes, c'est-à-dire que leur permettre de reprendre confiance en elles. Hein, et je pense que vous travaillez aussi avec des femmes qui ont été violentées dans le passé. Il y en a même qui ont été, je pense, victimes de la prostitution, il me semble, et auxquelles vous donnez comme une deuxième vie, là, il me semble. Est-ce que c'est bien ça?
Oui, ça, on fait ça surtout en ce moment, on fait ça de l'Afrique et on se connecte avec beaucoup parce que le projet était basé sur ça. En 1994, quand j'ai commencé New Life, c'est commencé dans un bordel. C'est là-bas que je suis arrivée parler avec des jeunes femmes pour dire que tu vois avoir une autre vie, une nouvelle vie. Et c'était basé sur la foi en ce moment-là. Et je l'expliquais. 6 femmes elles sont sorties de décidé de ok, je vais abandonner. Qu'est-ce que je fais après? J'ai dit oui, on va travailler ensemble. Et c'était en ce moment-là, j'ai commencé à utiliser mes petits skills dans le tricotage pour les aider à tricoter les choses. Après, je vends dans mon bureau parce que j'ai commencé en ce moment, j'étais et à Ivoire. Et ces femmes, je vois jusqu'aujourd'hui, il y en a 4 qui sont dans ma vie. Ils sont mariés, transformés et vraiment des enfants. Et je continue avec ça jusqu'à l'habitation. Et maintenant, à cause de tout ce qui s'est passé dans le monde, on a décidé de faire une liaison avec ou bien un partenariat avec Shalom House. Shalom House, c'est où vraiment des femmes qui étaient trafiquées des pays voisins de Côte d'Ivoire. On cherche à faire une petite réhabilitation et même faire une répatriation pour les aider à rentrer chez eux. Donc, en ce moment-là, d'ici, j'ai fait le lever des fonds pour eux, pour soutenir leur œuvre, pour soutenir aussi pour ceux qui veulent retourner ou ceux qui veulent continuer dans chercher un travail ou bien faire quelque chose d'eux-mêmes. En même temps aussi, on est en train de voir comment on peut utiliser ces situations pour les femmes ici pour envoyer des encouragements vers ces femmes pour dire que leur vie n'est pas terminée. Donc, on va commencer un forum où on va connecter avec ces femmes en le mois de mai pour les encourager de temps en temps.
Ah, mais c'est formidable, hein, Brenda Williams. Alors, dis-nous, parce que moi, je crois que vraiment, quand les gens vont là-bas à New Life Project INC, bon, maintenant, bon, beaucoup, ça se fait beaucoup virtuellement à cause de la pandémie, mais on peut quand même vivre l'expérience de façon virtuelle. Et les gens, quand même, sont premièrement bien accueillis. Hein, ils trouvent quelque chose et puis ils trouvent comme une deuxième chance. Et je crois que les gens ressortent vraiment un peu transformé, là, d'après ce que je constate. Et même si on n'a pas été victime de violence, même si on n'a pas eu des souffrances particulières, mais d'aller participer à ce projet, hein, je crois qu'on trouve quand même quelque chose, hein, de
Oui,
positif.
bien sûr,
C'est une
bien sûr.
belle
Et puis,
expérience.
oui, comme j'avais dit aussi, des fois, euh, il faut pas attendre jusqu'à tu es dans cette situation pour rendre l'aide à quelqu'un. Vous voyez? Des fois, il y a des situations situations qui arrivent avec les gens, c'est pas vraiment de leur faute. En même temps aussi, un petit amour, un petit geste, un petit encouragement, ça va vraiment faire du bien à cette personne. Et nous, on a vu, excuse-moi, plein de femmes qui étaient transformées, plein de femmes. Aujourd'hui, si tu vois ces femmes et puis commences à comparer avant, tu peux même pas croire.
Mhm. Mhm. Oui, j'imagine, j'imagine. Oui, donc je vais demander à BI Media de passer votre site Internet parce que vous accueillez quand même des dons. Hein, donc les gens, le public, les téléspectateurs, téléspectatrices qui sont intéressés à appuyer cette initiative qui connaît du succès, ils peuvent toujours aller sur le site Internet de New Life Project INC et faire un don. Hein, pourquoi pas. Est-ce que vous donnez des reçus d'impôts? Pas encore, non?
Oui, on vient d'avoir un partenariat parce que nous, on a un but non lucratif. Pour le moment, on est en train de continuer à chercher notre papier pour le caritatif là. Donc, pour le moment, on a eu un partenariat avec le Somalia Center qui nous a adoptés. Donc, si quelqu'un vous fait un don, tu peux faire le chèque à Somalia Center for Family Services et il va vous donner le reçu d'impôt. Mais si vous voulez aussi juste donner directement à nos sites web, à newlifeprojectinc.org, tu vas sur le côté des dons, ça sera bien accueilli.
Oui, absolument, absolument. Mais en tout cas, allons-y, on arrive, on est à peu près à 5 minutes de la fin de l'émission. Euh, Allons maintenant plus large, hein, toucher d'autres questions. Bon, on sait que vous êtes, tu l'as dit, vous avez certaines activités en Côte d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone. Tu nous détailler ça un peu? Et puis après ça, on va prendre la question, hein, la question de noirs, de racisme systémique et tout ça.
Mhm.
Alors maintenant, décris-nous un peu le type de relation que tu as avec la Côte d'Ivoire et avec notamment Sierra Leone.
Ok, Sierra Leone, c'est mon pays natal. Donc, je suis née en Sierra Leone et j'ai grandi en Sierra Leone et j'ai quitté Sierra Leone en 1997 pour arriver en Côte d'Ivoire, travailler là-bas. En Côte d'Ivoire aussi, le projet est né en Sierra Leone, comme j'avais expliqué tout à l'heure, mais je continue en Côte d'Ivoire. C'est là-bas que j'ai eu beaucoup d'expériences. Et en Côte d'Ivoire aussi, j'avais des centres de réhabilitation en même temps, un centre d'institut même en Sierra Leone. Actuellement, avec tout ce qui se passe, on est en train de faire un partenariat avec Shalom House où on est en train d'aider les jeunes femmes de quitter la prostitution. Donc, Côte d'Ivoire, c'est comme une deuxième pays pour moi. Et euh, pour moi, Côte d'Ivoire aussi m'a aidé à vivre aider à voir le monde entier dans le sens de l'amour, comment je peux faire une différence dans le monde, parce que vraiment c'était la réalité de ma vie. Et donc, pour le moment, là, je travaille avec Côte d'Ivoire, mais en Sierra Leone, j'envoie plein de choses, comme des choses usagées, mais comme les habits. En Sierra Leone, on a des jeunes filles, ou même temps les étudiants. On travaille aussi avec une organisation qui s'appelle Hope Center. Donc, il va dans les écoles pour donner les manger. Et nous, on est en train de faire de lever les fonds pour aider à soutenir leur mission en Sierra Leone.
Mhm. Très bien, très bien. Alors, Brenda Williams, moi, je fais tout de suite le lien avec le Canada d'aujourd'hui parce que vous êtes au Canada, hein, vous contribuez en quelque sorte à ce nouveau Canada dans lequel on habite, Canada de diversité quand même, dans une large mesure. Comment, et Brenda Williams, vous avez vécu les différents incidents, hein, dont a été victime la communauté noire ces derniers mois? Actuellement, on a le procès du fameux Covin là, qui a entraîné le décès de George Floyd, qui se passe actuellement aux États-Unis. Le gouvernement canadien, quand même, a pris quelques initiatives pour combattre un peu le racisme systémique. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de tout ça et quel lien on peut faire avec le New Life Project INC? Allez-y.
Comme j'avais dit avant, quand les choses comme ça arrivent, moi, j'ai réfléchi d'abord. Et la justice, c'est la justice. Je pense que George Floyd a besoin d'avoir la justice. Parce que il y a personne qui doit prendre la vie de quelqu'un. Même si vraiment il y a des choses que vous continuez à dire, mais je pense que pour la première fois quand c'est passé Patrick Auguste, moi aussi je me suis levée dans mon petit coin pour parler, pour vraiment les émotions étaient fortes, pour dire ce que je pense que n'est pas juste. Et en même temps aussi, j'ai fait des t-shirts, j'ai produit des t-shirts de Black Lives Matter, j'ai vendu des t-shirts. J'étais vraiment quelqu'un qui était actif dans la marche qu'on a eu, mais je dis, comme j'avais dit, sans violence. Parce que violence ne résout pas violence. Il y a une manière de vraiment mettre la situation en ordre ou bien de me dire ce que tu as sans la violence. Donc, pour moi, je crois Patrick, que vraiment la justice, c'est ce qu'on a besoin actuellement. Mais en même temps, avec New Life, j'utilise mon plateforme aussi juste, au lieu de créer des situations où ça sera pire, j'utilise c'est pour une plateforme de parler, d'avoir vraiment un forum où les gens pourront exprimer les émotions. Donc, pendant le programme, pendant l'incident qui s'est passé l'année passée, vraiment, j'avais plein d'amis qui on s'est discuté ensemble, on a parlé ensemble, on a eu des forums, on a parlé des situations pour voir qu'est-ce que nous on peut faire. Et pour moi, c'était un feu malgré la situation que c'est pas tout le monde qui est raciste, comme on dit toujours, mais il faut adresser aussi la vérité. Il faut adresser la vérité, Auguste. Donc, oui, c'est ce que moi je pense.
Oui. Alors, je vais te dire que j'imagine que tu as des conversations un peu de ce type qui touchent ces sujets-là avec tes enfants. Quel âge ont tes enfants actuellement? Et dis-nous un peu quel type de conversation et quelles réponses que tu as pour leurs questions.
Ma fille aînée, là, c'est Christelle, elle a 15 ans. Ça l'a beaucoup touchée. Oui, je me rappelle quand elle a vu la vidéo pour la première fois, elle était choquée. Et en même temps, comme maman, j'ai essayé de lui parler, de lui expliquer vraiment c'est le monde qu'on vit dehors. C'est beaucoup différent de ce qu'on vit dans la maison, mais on peut toujours gérer. J'ai aussi rassuré Christelle qu'elle est toujours en sécurité malgré tout ça, parce que nous, d'abord, on croit en Dieu qu'il va nous protéger, mais en même temps, j'ai montré aussi que tu vas être beaucoup prudent. Mais en même temps, j'ai essayé de dire que c'est pas tout le monde qui est mauvais dehors. Parce qu'aussi, on faut qu'on fasse attention avec les enfants. C'est pas tout le monde qui est mauvais dehors. Mais c'est une situation qui arrive, situation qui va toujours arriver. Si vraiment on ne s'est pas réglé tout de suite, mais sois confiant qu'on est là pour toi. C'était tout ce que je pouvais dire, mais c'était vraiment une émotion forte pour ma fille. C'était bouleversant.
Ouais. Ouais, je comprends que c'est pas une conversation facile pour quels que soient les
Non,
parents.
non, pas du tout.
Il faut trouver les réponses pour soi-même, et ensuite pour les enfants, pour qu'ils puissent trouver du sens à tout ça et garder
Oui,
espoir et
c'était
continuer.
l'essence. Pour elle, c'était l'essence. Ça fait pas le
Ouais,
sens. Elle disait tout de tout, ça fait pas le sens.
ouais,
Pourquoi il
ouais.
doit mourir? Ça fait pas le sens. Donc, en tant
Et
que maman,
éviter, ouais, éviter qu'ils grandissent avec une haine dans leur cœur.
oui, c'est comme moi,
Ça,
à la fin, j'ai essayé de parler avec elle parce que pour elle, c'est pas le sens. Pourquoi? Donc, j'utilise aussi pour dire que vraiment la vie est toujours le mauvais, les bons, mais nous, on va choisir les bons. Si, il faut pas classer tout le monde comme ils sont mauvais, ils sont méchants, vous voyez, parce qu'il y a certains âges que tu arrives dans ta vie, surtout le adolescent là, c'est le moment qu'on commence à décider qu'est-ce que tu vas vraiment devenir, hein. Si tu vas devenir un des haters, or, you know what I mean. Et puis, c'est des petites choses comme ça. Si tu fais pas attention, ça amène le rancœur dans le cœur d'un enfant. Et l'enfant va grandir avec. Donc, en tant que maman, même si on a des émotions qui vont vraiment fort, on va réagir là, regarde autour de toi et ça va que quelqu'un d'autre aussi, on va copier de chez toi. Et tu veux pas qu'on a une société où les enfants vont grandir avec les rancœurs
oui,
et
avec,
des
oui,
choses
avec.
comme ça. Ouais.
Eh bien, merci beaucoup, Brenda
De
Williams.
rien.
On arrive à la fin de notre conversation de ce vendredi 9 avril. Vraiment, nous te remercions de ta présence
Merci aussi.
dans ce show, dans l'émission. It was a pleasure to have you on the show, and
Me too. It
maybe
was fun.
we'll have a next time, not very far from now. Why not? Et je t'ai promis peut-être une visite dans le local, donc on verra.
Yes, yes.
C'est un
When
peu
we get back, definitely. You can shop online.
exactly. We can shop online also. Yeah. All right.
Will
It
do.
was a pleasure to have you, Brenda Williams. We remind the
It's my
people that you
pleasure.
are founder of New Life Project INC. Donc, vous êtes fondatrice du New Life Project INC et vous opérez à partir d'Ottawa et vous avez un rayonnement sur l'Afrique aussi. Donc, c'est assez intéressant. Donc,
Thank you so much.
bon printemps, on peut dire bon printemps.
Merci à vous aussi.
Ouais. Et amis
Passez une
auditeurs,
bonne journée.
merci à vous aussi. Amis auditeurs, c'est tout ce qu'on avait pour aujourd'hui. On espère que vous avez apprécié le show. La première partie était en anglais, donc voilà, tout le monde a été servi aujourd'hui. Patrick Auguste reçoit, version anglaise, Patrick is hosting. Au revoir, bonne fin de semaine et à bientôt. Au revoir.
Au revoir.